Good morning, happy Thursday, Crazy Delaney here, and I wish I could say that I was surprised by the level of stupidity that was put on display by government official Jeff Stone. If you haven't watched the original video that I'm responding to here, I encourage you to do so. But I warn you that the contents of that video are extremely stupid and might hurt your brain. I'm serious. The contents of that video are extremely stupid. And if I were to call that video retarded, I'm pretty sure I would get sued very quickly and denounced by special interest groups that represent people with intellectual disabilities, because they would not appreciate being compared to Jeff Stone. And like I said, I wish I was surprised by the level of stupidity displayed by a government official, but I'm not. He's a government official, and I've grown accustomed to that level of stupidity from government officials in my 26 years on this planet. I will say, though, that I do not condone dropping docs on this individual. That's unacceptable. I do not support harassment of him in any way. However, his idiocy needs to be shoved into the light of day so that everyone can point at it and laugh at it. Folks, what does a picture of a kid holding a gun to his head with the caption, "Do it," have to do with the Church of Scientology? It doesn't have a damn thing to do with it at all. Well, except to maybe illustrate the future of a kid raised in Scientology, but that's a completely different story. What does 4chan.org have to do with opposing the Church of Scientology these days? Nothing. Why don't you go to 4chan.org and start talking about the protests? They don't care about it. 4chan.org hates the protests. They've hated the protests ever since the whole thing went legal. All you have to do to make the pimply-faced 15-year-old denizens of 4chan.org angry is start talking about how much fun you had at last month's global protests. 4chan.org doesn't care about exposing the Church of Scientology. All they care about is trolling people like Jeff Stone and the rest of the world. Yes, Jeff Stone got trolled very hard. And I really hate to break it to people like Tom Newton and other spin doctors for the Church of Scientology, but guess what? Stupid pictures posted on image boards don't change the fact that none of the medical claims made in Dianetics have ever been substantiated. That an e-meter is way overpriced. That the church continues to enjoy a questionable tax-exempt status, and that the church is generally, well, creepy. Creepy. Like white van creepy. Yeah, creepy. Like the Joker creepy. Yeah, generally creepy. Guy that hangs outside the middle school creepy. Yeah, I'm saying it. I don't care, Tom. Write a blog post about it, Tom. Seriously, just do it. Honestly, I need the attention. I really want the attention, Tom, honestly. It also doesn't change the fact that L. Ron Hubbard once ordered the murder of a group of individuals that he declared enemies of the planet, mankind, and all life. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, Jeff Stone. L. Ron Hubbard actually thought he had the authority to declare people enemies of the planet, mankind, and all life, and guess what? Unlike the people on 4chan, he wasn't trolling. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it, Jeff Stone. So what? You can't protest in front of gold. So what? Gold is just some creepy enclave filled with people that are likely, sadly, beyond hope. Public opinion is still being shaped against the church every day. I mean, whoever thought a group besides atheists would be worse off in this country in terms of public opinion? Seriously, Church of Scientology. People have a lower opinion of it than they do of atheists in America. It's all rather revealing, though, because Scientology didn't go crawling to government over any actual terrorist threat. They aren't afraid of bombs and bullets. They never have been. Folks, they're afraid of words, of ideas that didn't come from L. Ron Hubbard. The sign that says Scientology kills is a greater threat to them than any bullet fired from a gun. And by going to local government like the sky was falling, just proves that. They're afraid of words. They're afraid of ideas. That should tell you the house of cards built on sand that the whole thing is built on. I've said it from the beginning. Bombs and bullets don't destroy Scientology. The truth does. The truth has and always will be Scientology's ruin. Thanks for listening. Peace, victory, and as always, drive safe. Crazy Delaney out.